Hi, so this is going to be the Star Trek era discussion on Star Trek Discovery. I initially had a different introduction plan for this because when we recorded the group chat on it, myself and Gary, we have pretty terrible laptops, so our audio and visual quality weren't very good. But in the end, a lot of what we say is very predictable, so I figured it would do no harm to put it in there anyway. And also, it just meant more work for me, and I'm really not that professional about these things. Darren Downey loves Star Trek Discovery. He gives a pretty good account of himself in the video, puts up a very good defense for the show in the face of a little bit of negativity. If you are a fan of Star Trek Discovery, we hope you enjoy the discussion. If you're not a fan of Star Trek Discovery, we hope you enjoy the discussion. If you're a fan of the Orville, we hope you enjoy the discussion. Please feel free to comment and join the discussion with us and let us know what you think of both the show and our interpretation of it as well. And peace and long life. Thanks very much.
Hi, this is Star Trek Era. My name's Kieran. I'm joined by Ronan, Shane, Gary, and Darren. We're going to chat a little bit about Star Trek Discovery and just our thoughts about it. I think, how many episodes are we into it now, guys, in this season?
Eight episodes now.
Yeah.
So, well, let's start off. Let's jump in with maybe get everyone to just say a couple of sentences each on their basic perception of it before we go in a wee bit in depth. Roland, if you want to start with yourself, what are your basic 8 episodes in? What are your feelings on
it? Well, I'm 8 episodes into watching it, and I do my best to enjoy it. I have certain expectations for a Star Trek show, and Discovery is challenging those. I have serious issues with how the Klingons look, so I'm having trouble getting over that. I'd love if the show was based after Voyager. I think it'd be much simpler to do it that way. But you know, I'm still watching the show. There's some things I love about the show. You know, for that big budget, it does look good. So I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm looking to see where it goes.
Let's jump to Gary.
I'm only 6 episodes in on this one. Like Ronan, yeah, I have my reservations about changes that were made in this, with the Klingons particularly. It's some of the I think the production value on it is quite good, if like just as a TV show, and it's good sci-fi, but doesn't really feel like the Trek we know. But I'm gonna see what the rest of it's like. Just give it a chance, give it more of a chance.
Okay. And Darren.
Yeah, I'm up to date with it. I actually look forward to it on a Monday. I should be surprised. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, the Klingons are a bit mad looking, but at the end of the day, who cares? They originally didn't look like that at all anyway, so to me, none of that really matters. I'm just kind of enjoying that Star Trek's the telly, and yeah, I think it's been pretty fun so far.
And finally, Shane, then.
I decided, like, I went in very positive, and I know they claimed it was continuity and all that kind of stuff, and I didn't really believe that was ever going to be continuity, or canon or anything like that, but I was willing to give it a try. And my big thing for me was, if the writing is good, I'm in. And I got 3 episodes in and haven't been able to watch any more, and that's kind of, for me, it's just all about the writing. And like, they keep claiming TV is different, it's 2017, and I keep saying, well, yeah, so where's your 2017 writing? Yeah.
Well, I must be way more positive about it than Shane. I got a whole 4 episodes. So, Darren, you seem to be the most positive voice among us there. What is it you've been really digging about the show, and have there been any standout episodes for you so far?
I'm actually enjoying the Mud stuff. I think Rainn Wilson's great. Like, that being said, I'm a big fan of The Office, and I quite like his character in The Office.
Like,
I thought he did really well. He seems to really enjoy it. Like, I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying the kind of Yeah, I'm just enjoying getting to know the crew and stuff, and I think they're doing that pretty well. Like, even tonight's episode, the last episode, they went like down onto a planet and they're off discovering stuff, and they're kind of like, it seems just a little bit more. It seems to be getting more kind of into the Star Trek I know and love as they're going on with it. So it's early doors. It's first season. I don't think any Star Trek show has had a good first season. So I'm happy enough with it.
Well, TOS.
Dubious. Name one Star Trek show that had a good first season.
Star Trek, the original series.
Did that not get cancelled after the first season, or was that after the
No.
After the third season.
So, Roman, you were saying a lot of the actors impress you, or was that Gary? I'm sorry.
No, I said I had no issues with the acting. You know, some of the CGI I'm not too happy with. Although I enjoyed the most recent episode with Harry Mudd and Magic to make the sanest man go mad, I thought, Rainn Wilson was very good. I enjoyed that. Some of the... Pardon?
It's a really cool episode title.
Yeah. So,
I mean, that kind of harkens back to the great titles from the original series. Like, remember there was names in the original series like For the World is Hollow. The World is Hollow, Quiet, Touch the Sky and stuff like that. Like really cool lyrical names and stuff. They really seem to be going for that with episode names.
Yeah. And some of the show, don't get me wrong, some of it looks fantastic, and then now and again I'm just pulled out. I'm kind of, it's serious budget. I think it could be better at times with regard to CGI. I feel like an old man now looking back, because I remember when Next Gen started, and I remember wondering what all the negativity was about from the tossers. And,
I've never heard TOS fans refer to it.
So, I remember just, as a young teenager going to a couple of conventions and all, going like, what's all this negativity about? But and now I feel, there's huge positivity for Discovery, and then there's quite a lot of negativity as well. And I think everybody's entitled to their opinion, and we should respect everyone's opinion. We shouldn't have to enjoy it because it's purely got the name Star Trek on it. But then, like Darren said, there's no series apart from TOS maybe that was good from straight away. So, if you think about 26 episodes per season for Next Gen, compared to Game of Thrones, I know Discovery's going to have 15 or 16 episodes for the first season. So, how many seasons will it take before it gets comparable with how happy I was with Next Gen? I don't know, but I'm going to give it a go.
How much money are they going to spend to get there? They are real.
I think we're going to get to that moment, lad.
Pardon, Darren?
I don't think it's ever. You're trying to recapture your childhood, right? You're trying to capture all those memories that you're just never going to be able to get back. That was like a time and a place. But
yeah, absolutely, and maybe that's where people who were big TOS fans and they just couldn't handle Next Gen when it came out, that it just took time for them to...
I think that's a wee bit of a straw man argument, actually, because I think most people who are unhappy with the show really wanted something different, really wanted maybe something set after Voyager, something that went into a different part of the timeline, something new, like within continuity, but something new. And all they're doing again, Darren, just like with J.J. Abrams maybe, because they're just remaking stuff. And they're wrapping it up in this argument that they are reinventing things and doing new things and breaking down boundaries. And they're not breaking down many boundaries that weren't broken down before. The whole thing, diversity in the cast isn't that new. Star Trek was always diverse, so it was always quite good at going in that direction. But instead of doing that new, which they're trying to brag that they are, and a lot of it, defenders are bragging that they are, they're just, they're not going somewhere new and setting a flag in new territory. They're going back to the old territory. Jumping around.
That's fair. That is fair.
What I would say there is, Shane, in terms of, there's definitely an argument, as Darren's saying, you're quite rightly that Star Trek never starts that well. Usually, there's usually a dodgy season or two before most of these shows find their feet. Have you heard that argument a lot that, TNG, obviously, there was such negativity to it at the start. The TOS fans weren't going to give it a chance and everything. People are drawing a lot of comparisons there with that. What do you think there, Shane, in terms of... do you think that's fair, the comparison there?
There is and there isn't. I mean, for me, it's like what you're saying, the same idea of, like, why set it in that time period? There's just no reason for it. There's not, like, except for, I know for a fact that still to this day, 50 years later, the merchandise that sells more than anything is TOS merchandise. That's one of the reasons J. Abrams decided to reboot with Kirk, because it's that time period that seems to be the biggest for money. And I think that's what they've tried to do. They've tried to get into that cash cow. That's what they're going for. But for me, yeah, I think like a lot of sci-fi shows these days, they have a dodgy first season. But look at things like Ascension, or not Ascension, what's the...
Expanse?
The Expanse, yeah. First season. That was amazing. Straight out of the bat. Yeah. Like straight away, end of the first episode, you're begging for more. End of the first episode of this, I was just angry. I was just like, what the hell was this? Who are these stupid characters? I just didn't buy anything from the characters. It's just the writing is very poor. And I know it went through massive production and everything like that, but even still, like, you take Encounter at Farpoint, it's not the worst episode of Star Trek ever.
Not by a long shot. Not great, but it's definitely not the worst by a long shot.
It's a tough watch, like, that early first season of Next Gen. And
I wouldn't say the whole season.
I'm like, it's tough.
I think the final episode, the Neutral Zone, but no, there is, I'm with Darren for the most part. There's some real crud in season 1 of TNG.
I think tonally it's actually very, very close to TOS. More than
I think that was kind of the issue, though.
That was the issue, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they brought back all the old people and everything, and they were just kind of redoing it. I mean, there's episodes in there that are, there's The Naked Now, which is sequel/remake, of Naked Time.
The drunken Irish guy.
The drunken Irish guy. Oh, that's right, yeah, Riley, yeah.
I was trying to think of his name.
yeah. One Irishman is worth 1,000 of you Vulcans. Gary, Shane's bringing up the topic of characters there. Shane's not very, very happy with the characters. What do you think of the likes of Burnham as a lead for the show, and what do you think of Isaacs and where they're going with that?
Jason Isaacs' character, Captain Lorca, he's interesting. He's like, from what far anyway, so I'm only 6 episodes in on it. Though I suppose it's really only 4 episodes in, frankly, because those first 2 episodes could have been done in as half an episode, as
20 minutes.
A 20-minute sequence, yeah. So yeah, you're really only into it in the 3rd episode. Yeah, Captain Lorca is interesting. Initially I was thinking, is he something to do with Section 31? And there's this very shady stuff that's going on with him. Kind of wanted that to be the case. And but I'm interested because he's a flawed captain. He's a damaged man from a previous battle. So he's interesting to see where he goes. Like, will he become redeemed in it? But it depends on the writing. And not at all on Jason Isaacs. I think he's a very good actor. With Michael Burnham, I don't know. I don't think the characterization is coming out the way it was initially conceived. I think it's mired too much in this relationship with Sarek, and trying to connect it too much with the original series in a way that the rest of the whole universe that they've created, because they have created a new universe, let's face it, and they're still trying to connect it with the original series. And
what I love about Captain Lorca is that he's Captain Subtext, Captain Metaphor. Don't forget.
Oh God, yeah.
My eyes were damaged and battled, so now I have to stay constantly in darkness because darkness. I really can't stress that enough. Dark. Yeah, right.
Like your room now, Kieran.
Gary brings up an interesting point there. Gary said it is a different universe. Some people have said, and this is interesting, I think, and maybe even give a bit of hope to. I know some people watching this who love the show might be listening to, with the exception of Darren and Robbie and probably would have grumps about it. So there might be a bit of hope for us continuity horrors and that there is a major theory being bandied about that this could be a mirror universe, and there might be a reveal coming that that's what's going on. There's people are even picking up on little things in there about, like, a lot of people are seeing reflections and at times and stuff like that. So there's some kind of visual hints there at we are looking at a mirror universe. Have you heard anything about that, Ronan? And do you think there's any?
Only what you mentioned there, but it's very. I think it's very hard to know what's going on. Yeah, maybe come the end of the season, any issues that we have will be tied up. But I can't see. I just can't get over the Klingons. Right? I'm sorry. I know it's been talked a lot, but right, and Klingons have changed. Okay, but from the start of the next gen, that's when Star Trek really got me. So from the start of the next gen, up to Enterprise, Klingons were pretty much dead on, kind of set what way they look.
But also in Enterprise, they did a lovely job.
Yeah.
Finding a clever way, even working it in with the eugenics wars and Khan and stuff like that, of explaining away the difference in the Klingons. I love stuff like that. Like when you are a complete, and I admit it, I'm a complete continuity whore. And this is the problem. Things like this will sometimes just lose me at the door going in because they're just not in continuity and stuff. But when there are big continuity holes, like from motion picture onward, the Klingons look different. Eventually they explain it in a clever way. And I just hate that shit. And then that's been kind of made worthless. So
I know Brian Fuller wanted it to. Sorry, Brian Fuller wanted it to be his reimagining or whatever of Star Trek. But if you want people to be accepting of it, something simple would have been just to keep Klingons the way we've decided what Klingons should look like.
Worf is one of the most iconic alien characters. People know what a Klingon looks like at this stage. No matter what they look like in the original series, there's an iconic look to them, and that's
what I'd agree. I haven't seen any comments from Michael Dorn actually. I wonder, is he feeling like he's being overwritten somewhat? But I know what they went with to have subtitles for Klingon, but it's just not working for me. The series is so visually demanding, and then the subtitles pop up and you're trying to read the subtitles and look at the screen at the same time. It's just, I think that's, and it's quite jarring, the sound of the Klingon as well, so it's quite hard to...
It doesn't sound right, yeah, it doesn't sound like Klingon.
I heard a very good point.
To make up. I don't think they've added in teeth on it, and the actors aren't able to actually enunciate properly, even if it was in English. They're having trouble enunciating that.
Yeah, they're struggling over those lines.
They really are, and the makeup looks great. If they were a different species of Klingon, it kind of explain it away. That scene in the first or second episode with the 24 houses of the Klingon Empire and stuff all beaming. They all look like those strange bone-headed yolks that they have now at the moment. If they had it where it was original series ones, next gen era ones, and these ones, we'd probably be satisfied to a point anyway, with all of the changes going on, and at least you kind of explain away some of that.
Yeah, that's what they claimed it was originally.
They should have done that, and maybe that
all
was
the
what Brian
press
Fuller wanted to do before he was ousted. But I would imagine that's what Nick Myers probably wanted to do.
Yeah. That's what all the original press releases said, was that it was going to be these are an ancient race of Klingons. But then as it went on, it turned out they just had an old ship that they refurbished, and that was it. Like, it was, so all those kind of big ideas were there, but they just weren't fully formed. I heard a great argument from, it's a great stoner point of view from, of course, Kevin Smith, and he said, just from a production point of view, why would you put that much makeup on them? It's like, it's an absolute nightmare. Like, those guys are going to spend 5 hours in makeup for each of them. And then they got to talk through the teeth, even if they were speaking English. Like, I think the reason they went for the subtitles, this is my opinion, not Kevin Smith's anymore. I think the reason they went for the subtitles is because they had no other option. Because speaking English with all those false teeth in, nobody would have a clue what they were saying. So they just went, right, let's make it Klingon, keep the teeth in, and we'll subtitle it. Because it's just madness. I don't know.
I've got an idea. We've probably lost all the pro Discovery people that probably tuned out by now.
Well, I think that's probably a good point for Darren to jump in then.
Yeah, can we try talk about the positives from the show?
Yeah, well, Darren, come back to us, man, and listen, we've been beating up the Klingons and the show in general here, so
one thing,
stick up your show, buddy.
One thing I am loving, and I don't know about how much old school hipster Star Trek fans, which you guys are slowly becoming. Like, oh, I love it before it was cool. But one thing I am loving is I'm going into work and I'm in the tea room having a cup of tea. I'm talking to 3 or 4 people who've never watched Star Trek before, who are mad into this show, and that's cool, because I was able to go, okay, let's like, oh, you don't know who Harry Mudd is, deadly, go back and watch this episode or whatever, and they do, and they'll come back and, we're getting a bigger fan base out of it, and I think for one that's great. Like, I like that element. Like, I know a few people who are watching it that have never watched Star Trek before, and they're like, oh, this is a good jumping on point because it's a new show, it's easy to get, it's on Netflix, it's in front of me, and yeah, they're loving it. They actually, none of them have anything bad to say about it at all, which is nice.
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable in that way because so many people just absolutely love the show, and I'm trying to enjoy it. I really am, but I do really feel like an old man now, Darren, especially listening to you.
Stop being a hater, Ronan. You're ruining it on everyone else.
I agree with Darren that it is great that more people are joining the fan base and enjoying it more from it, who never have gone into Trek before. It's fantastic. It still doesn't feel like Star Trek to me yet, but like
no,
the TOS people with Next Gen, they took a while and then they end up loving it. So we'll see what it's like. But the same thing was happening with the Abrams movies. Not to bring up Kieran's nemesis again, but yeah. More people were getting into Star Trek because it was all up on Netflix, and they knew that the fact that it was made from this nerdy TV show from the 90s, as they probably would have put it. And then it's this fun new thing. And they got in. I've gotten friends into Star Trek because they watched the new movies. Now they're watching the new show, and they're watching the old shows as well. So it is a good thing that Star Trek is back on telly, where it belongs as well.
And the other side of that as well, like as much as guys like us will be grumps and complain and everything, our stuff is still there. The 10 movies and 5 TV shows that
still have 700 and something episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all still there. People can get upset at us for not liking the thing that they like. But we love this franchise. We love this. If you want to call it a brand, it's kind of it's not nice to reduce the thing we love into something corporate like that, but it is a brand, and it's something we follow and want to pay money for. I know certainly when this show was announced, I was like, yeah, take my money. I'll pay for some sort of online subscription before you. It would be on Netflix on our end here. So when as a result of that, there's a certain amount of quality we want. So, you know, I don't think you should always just be a yes man sometimes. If you're not happy with the quality of something that you've followed for a long time and everything, then you know, say so and let people know. You're not going to destroy it by being, like, I'm not going to destroy Star Trek Discovery by being one angry guy in rented accommodation in Dundalk, you know, making snarky remarks on Facebook.
Not when we're recording anyway.
So, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, I think. But Darren brings up a great point that, you know, as a gateway drug, you know, the name Star Trek is on there and get people into the stuff we love, and you know, a few more people to come to the events we put on and chat with us and have a beer and you know, love these shows and movies with us, and that's all good. Is there any other quick thoughts you guys have? Anything you want to throw in?
Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit positive. Like I do think it's a pretty decent sci-fi show. Like I have to give it credit for that. Like, it is a pretty decent sci-fi show, and I only got as far as episode 3, and I liked the kind of horror element that they were doing with it, and I thought it was really interesting. But then on the negative side, for me, it just wasn't Star Trek at all. Like I found it really hard to see Star Trek in that, apart from their ship was shaped like a Starfleet ship. That was, to me, that was really it. And but I enjoyed it from the show, but as a fan and being told, like, this is canon, it just made me angry watching it, and that was what I found hard. I think it's something I will revisit again. Maybe.
This is you trying to be positive, Shane, yeah?
I know, yeah. No, but I do think I think it's a good sci-fi show, and there's potential there. And maybe it'll get better. You know? But yeah,
well,
to me, in my heart of hearts, it's not. I find it really hard to see Star Trek in it, especially in the writing. Like, just the tone and the like, there wasn't that. There's no hope in it. There was no and any messages were just too much in your face, and like, it was just, I don't know.
Yeah. To be fair, I really only watched one episode. You watched 3, but the first 2 were kind of, they were, as Gary says, they were kind of throwaway, bit of, you know, fashion, like, it does pick up a lot, like, if you give it some more time.
I don't think we can really review Discovery until the show is finished and we look at it as a whole.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to put anyone off watching it in any way.
Yeah. Yeah, well, by all means, like, anyone watching this who hasn't seen it or anything like that, well, I hope you have seen it if you're watching this, but go check it out, make up your own mind. You know, the point of things like this is just to hear other people's opinions and, you know, get involved in the discussion, you know. Yeah, definitely, I'd recommend any on Star Trek fan or not, go watch it and make up your own mind.
And it will be interesting for us to sit down, you know, in a year's time, and, you know, when another 20 episodes have gone past, and hopefully we've all watched those episodes, and then we can give it a healthy review again.
We'll go to Gary next there. Gary, what would be your final thoughts on the show before we finish up?
Well, I left it for a while. I left it for a few weeks and let episodes build up, and I found I've enjoyed that more as a result. I watched 4, 5, and 6 there tonight, and I got into it more. I found it's a binge watching type of show, or at least like watching chunks rather than week to week. For some reason, it's I don't know. Maybe it's because I feel television has changed nowadays, and it's like a binge watching culture there rather than week to week. That being said, I enjoy waiting for the Orville to come on week to week. I've really enjoyed that because it's very episodic, and with Discovery, less so. It seems to have, there is a overarching thing. You can kind of feel it's there because of the whole impending war and that kind of thing. Maybe that's it. And we won't find out until the whole series is out, really. To be able to, I think I'm going to leave it for another. It's at episode 8 was the most recent one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably leave it for another week and then watch another 3 episodes in one go. it just seems to be how I enjoy it more.
And I think I'm going to finish up. We're going to go to Darren last, just to get us out on a positive note. Darren, just to summarize, like, in terms of, like, what are you expecting from the show? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm curious as to what's going on with the captain. What's he going to end up doing? Like, there's some decent stuff with him and like one of the admirals. And is he like, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think there could be some secrets in there that might be interesting. Your theory of the mirror universe has me really intrigued now. Like
That's not my theory, but
it is now, Kira.
Are you online, Darren? Is this the first that you've heard about the mirror universe? No.
Yeah.
I know, it's shocking, right?
I've heard about it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep going anyway, and then just keep up with those lunchtime conversations, I guess, right?
That's great. So, guys, thanks very much. We'll see where it goes from here. Maybe Shane and me will get to episode 5 someday, and hopefully there's more Star Trek in our future. For better or worse. Yeah. Anyway, there is the possibility of that Khan spin-off show as well, which sounds intriguing as well. So, guys, thanks for tuning in at home and listening to us give out, and for Darren being the one ray of sunshine amongst us. Please feel free to comment, let us know what you think, page against us, agree with us, whatever you want, and we promise not to yell at you in the comments. Thanks very much, guys.